Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and as you can see, my studio is back up to full power. I'm ready to go with some more regular content here in Florida now that my move is finally complete. And to start off that new content, we have official confirmation that the Winchesters has been canceled. Now, it wasn't renewed at mid-season, so we kind of knew it was canceled, but we have official word from the CW that it has been canceled, and Jenson Ackles is coming out to try to reclaim this show and get it back up to renewal status, but that is not going to happen for a lot of reasons. Now, I have a review up for the Winchesters on this channel, season 1 and episode 1, and my general thoughts are just, it's generic CW crap. There's a lot of shallowness to it. There's not a whole lot of heart. The acting is horrendous, and it is just overall a pale continuation of the incredible supernatural show. And we have this tweet here from Jenson Ackles who says, looks like we have work to do. Hashtag save the Winchesters, hashtag supernatural family, sharing an article from the EW mentioning how the show was canceled. Now, this is in a rough situation for Jenson Ackles and the CW and the supernatural fandom. This isn't a position that I wish we were in. I want, more than anything, good spin-offs. I was initially excited about the rumored Wayward Sisters spin-off that we were going to get with Jodie and her band of orphans. Now, I know they filmed the pilot, but it never actually came to production. I was excited for that initially before the whole wokeness came into it, and a full female spin-off of Supernatural, that wouldn't have ended well, especially on the CW. But I was excited about that initially because I love this universe. I love these characters. I want more and more of it. So this isn't a position that I wish we were in. I wish the Winchesters was good. I wish I could sit here and say that I loved it, but I just can't do that because I thought it was generic crap, and Jenson Ackles is a big reason for why it was. He might be a great, phenomenal actor. He might be a good director because he's directed a lot of Supernatural, but it turns out he is not a great writer, as the Winchester scripts are where the big failings happened. A lot of the production and a lot of the directing was fine. It was really the acting and the writing, both of which are the showrunner's responsibility, both of which are Jenson Ackles' responsibilities, so it seems like a lot of this is his fault. And another thing to remember is the CW recently came out last year and said that they have never been financially viable. Ever since their very inception, they have never made money. They practically gave themselves away to anyone who would take on their debt, to Nexstar, I believe it was, last year. That is not a good sign for a company, and that means they can't afford just to put out crap that nobody's watching. And as I went over in my season 1 review, we have the ratings here for season 1, and they are abysmal. We have nothing higher than 781,000 people watching it in the United States. That is the highest we got in the entire season. That is horrendous for a show of this caliber when Supernatural was getting millions during its initial run. And the demo also doesn't get very high either. The highest demo that we got, it looks like it's 0.11. Now that's an okay demo. That one kind of eked out a decent enough number, but when they're dipping down to 0.04 in some of their other weeks, that is not a good sign. With an average of 0.07, that is not a good demo for this show, especially with such a young target audience. This show is targeted at very young people, Gen Z, millennial types, and they're not watching it. So who is? It's just like the rest of the CW. It's a bunch of old farts, and they don't really produce a lot of the money, or super young people who don't produce any of that money. They need that money buying demo, and they're not getting it. The CW is not getting it at all whatsoever. And with an average of 463,000 people watching this first season, there is no doubt in my mind that that is the reason why the Winchesters was not renewed, why it was canceled, because that is not a sustainable amount of viewership. So as much as Jenson Ackles would love to say, hey, let's bring it back, this is the first show I've ever done, let's not leave it in failure. It is a failure, and the CW cannot afford to keep putting out this show, and 463,000 people is not enough of a fan base to keep it going. The show is dead, and that sucks to say, but it is not Supernatural, in my opinion. From what we saw, the timeline stuff was all whack, the lore stuff was all whack, the characters were all whack, none of it aligned properly with Supernatural, so this can be safely said to not be a Supernatural prequel. It's just some random monster hunter show that happens to be on the CW, that happens to have some of the characters and names and similarities to Supernatural, but it is not Supernatural. And apparently the audience agrees with me, because 463,000 people are the only amount of people in the United States to check out the show. Jenson Ackles' star power was not enough to save the show. It was not enough to even make this show. So as much as I'd love to support Jenson Ackles right now, I can't. And the Winchesters is dead, as much as he would like to fight otherwise. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss All the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more. I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff this dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.